These two grown men had never seen the Simpsons. How the fuck's that even happen? We're two grown men on a mission now, so buckle up and just strap in.
Last Friday night, yeah, we danced on tabletops, and we took too many shots. Thinks we kissed, but I forgot. Last Friday night, yeah, we maxed our credit cards.
These two grown men had never seen the Simpsons. It's America's barley basket.
Welcome to episode 175 of America's Barley Basket. My name is Nathan Volsbuck. Sitting next to me, physically, is Marlon Wells.
Hello, Nathan.
I haven't got to do one of those in a while.
Oh, I've missed it. Ooh.
It's very charged.
Yeah, it felt pent up. It felt like you've been pinching that hose for a long time.
Boy, we don't need to talk about pinching hoses.
Finally able to burst. How you doing, bud?
I am a series of pinched hoses. There's a lot of kinks in this hose.
Oh, boy.
I am having digestional distress. That'd be the right way to word that?
Sure, yep.
It is on day 3, and I am in agony. My whole abdomen is swollen. I feel like I could shit a Clydesdale out right now. And I shit about once an hour.
That's the worst Budweiser commercial.
That's the Christmas one.
Yeah.
They really lead into the Clydesdales.
Yeah, they try to get emotional.
Like fucking orcs. That's how they're made. You on your 100,000th lifetime Budweiser, you shit a Clydesdale.
It looks like the Ace Ventura when nature calls when he's climbing out of that rhino.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, I shit about every hour, and out of me comes a shot glass full of fucking Malto-meal consistency dump.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm just begging for more because it hurts so bad.
This is quite a start, Nathan.
My asshole is so angry at me.
How angry is it?
I couldn't believe for the first day or two, I was like, my asshole is a trooper. Because like as much it has been getting a lot of wipes. And you know, I'm a Scot, man. Scott doesn't suffer no fools.
Nope. Scott ain't got time for it.
Scott is not there to hold your hand.
I bet Scott has contracts with prisons.
Yeah, I bet. Totally, yeah. Uh-huh. And it is now starting to bark. When I took a shower this morning, and I have my shower head set on paint stripping, got that Body Shop setting. Got that sandblast. The high-pitched wail that came out of me when I aimed it at my asshole. Holy moly. I want to know, how red is it? Like baboon bottom
Are you
red?
asking me?
Yeah. Holy. Talk about something that could change your life forever.
You want to talk about seeing what level of friendship you have with somebody.
It's like looking the devil in the eyes. You're never the same.
Oh, shit. Face melt off like Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, my God. I bet. It would look like that big blob thing at the end of Starship Troopers.
Jesus
The big
Christ.
brain blob monster.
No, I know what you meant.
Swollen.
It's afraid.
Yeah, you're right. Fucking Doogie Howser, right?
Hell yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
What's that thing? It steals everyone's knowledge?
I don't remember the details. It's been too long.
I feel like they'd bring it humans and it would like suck our brains out or something.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That movie, is it worth a shit? I can't remember.
You know, I haven't seen it in probably 15 years. And I remember not liking it, but I remember everybody else liking it. And it maybe being a genuine, I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you go in knowing that it's satire, then maybe you like it. I didn't know.
And from what I've read, I believe, I'm sure I'm fucking wrong and someone's screaming at their device right now, that was written to not really be tongue-in-cheek.
Okay.
The author was like, kind of had like proto-fascist vibes. I think it's an older book.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't know it was a book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Based off of, I think, a fairly, at its time, revered sci-fi novel. And then someone finally got the rights to it, make a big movie out of it. And the guy, whoever the director was, like, read the book. Verhoeven, yeah. And, like, read the book, like, I'm not going to fucking make this. Like, Jesus Christ. That's like,
what do you mean these space Nazis are the good guys?
Right, yeah, exactly. So he's like, I'm going to make this more, like, satirical or kind of like, putting it on its ear,
right.
like all the patriotism and shit in it. You know?
All the jingoism.
Yeah. What's the capital of the Americas? It's like
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, yeah. Everyone lives in South America now.
Yeah, I don't think I knew what it was when I first watched it. And I remember thinking, like, this isn't good. This is super cheesy. This is dumb. Yeah. But I bet if I saw it today, I bet I'd like it.
Wonder how many of the 1997 rentals of that movie were to see in a state of undressed Denise Richards.
Yeah. I'd wager most of them.
Yeah, I bet a lot of boys defiled themselves.
The shower scene, the co-ed shower scene.
Fuck it, she's a good-looking woman.
Yeah, she's a pretty lady. Bond girl.
God damn it, she wasn't she?
Yeah, she's one of the Brosnan ones.
Yep. Which I've never seen any of.
Not Goldeneye, not World Is Not Enough, not Another Day to Die. Tomorrow Never Dies. There you go. Maybe the worst of the Brosnan ones?
Oh, really?
Die Another Day is not fucking good.
GoldenEye's good, right?
GoldenEye's very good.
Yeah.
And so is The World Is Not Enough.
Okay.
Those two are fucking winners. And I think Tomorrow Never Dies is okay.
Okay.
But I remember Is it Die Another Day? I think it's Die Another Day, the fourth one with Halle Berry. I think that's not fucking good.
You're right. She was a Bond girl, too.
If I remember right.
I have only seen Daniel Craig Bond movies. This is a weird thing that happened.
That's so bonkers. Which ones have you seen? Casino Royale,
and one of the other early ones. Isn't there one where Javier Bardem is the bad guy?
Yes, Skyfall.
I've seen Skyfall.
Skyfall's fucking good.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, so is Casino Royale.
Well, my vibe with those movies is similar to mine with Fast and the Furious, where I just assumed probably not for me, and then I saw how good the critics were like eating it. It's like everyone's raving about how fucking good these are, and I was like, God damn it if they're not true,
You've kind of you've seen most of the good ones, like the one in between those two, Quantum of Solace, is pretty fucking terrible.
Is it? Yeah.
Actually.
I feel like I've been told there's 3 good Daniel Craig ones.
Yeah, there's the fourth one that I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
The one with Dave Bautista in it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Sam Mendes did Skyfall, so it fucking looks great, of course. Yeah. Sam Mendes makes pretty movies.
Road to Perdition, Sam Mendes?
Oh, that I don't know. I never saw that.
American Beauty, Sam Mendes.
American Beauty, yeah, that's his.
I think Road to Perdition is a good-looking movie.
Okay. Tom Hanks,
Paul Newman.
Oh, really?
I think their father-son hitman or something like that.
Huh.
Based off a graphic novel, too.
I think you're right, because I think that one is like, I think people pointed at it and been like, I liked this better when it was Lone Wolf and Cub, which is a Japanese movies and books.
Yeah.
And then I always confuse Road to Perdition with The Road, the Cormac McCarthy book movie. Viggo Mortensen, yeah.
Laugh Riot.
I'll bet. I've never seen it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Throw it on at a party?
Yeah. I am a mark hardcore for like post-apocalyptic.
Oh, yeah.
The world is ending. That's the one where, I mean, it's compelling, but it's so bleak. You just like, I don't even want you to live. Just find a way to die painlessly. That would be the best ending for this. Like, it's so fucking bleak, endlessly fucking bleak.
I also am a big like post-apocalypse guy. The Fallout games, the Mad Max movies, I love all that shit. You ever see Book of Eli?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's got a twist,
Yeah, sure does.
At the end, I watched that movie. I had seen it already.
Yeah.
And my buddy, who I lived with at the time, had not seen it yet and wanted to. So we were watching it, and I knew what was coming. Yeah. And it was my second time watching it, so I was like seeing everything, knowing the twist. If you watch it again, I won't say it makes it obvious, but it hints at it for sure.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like having this whole new experience, like enjoying this.
Yeah.
Comes to the end of the movie and the big twist is revealed. And there's like 10 minutes of the movie left after that. But Big twist comes. My buddy stands up and goes, "No." And just went to his room. Just stood up and walked out of the living room.
He voted with his feet.
Yep. Just a calm, no shouting. He didn't flip the coffee table. Just no.
Nope. What was that? Of that same time frame, a Will Smith post-apocalyptic. I Am Legend. I thought that was good too.
I thought it was fine. Yeah.
Pales to the 1960s fucking 20 grand budget Vincent Price joint based off the same short story.
Okay.
The Last Man on Earth.
The Last Man on Earth, yeah.
Fuck, that goes hard.
And then there's a Heston one too.
Yep, Omega Man.
Omega Man.
Which was also a bigger budget.
Okay.
I've never seen that either. Which
I haven't seen that either.
I just like the Last Man on Earth one because fucking Vincent Price is as athletic as I am. Like, he sold being just a scientist.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, yeah, this guy isn't going to kick anyone's ass. He just knows what's happening.
Right.
And he's somehow immune to it, you know? Like,
and then there's that, I think also based on the same short story, there's that classic Twilight Zone short with Burgess Meredith, not my glasses, I broke my glasses.
Yeah.
I finally had all this time now to read all my books.
Yeah. He's a good nebbish librarian who just wants to be left alone to read. And then somehow he survives the end of the world.
Yeah. And then breaks his glasses. Yeah. That's classic fucking Twilight Zone shit. Chris Hardwick has that old joke about they should just rename that show to Nice Try, Asshole.
Boy, that's true. Boy, you compare that show to what was airing on the other channel in 1959. Someone fucking, my mom's a horse.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. It's just like that show was so far ahead of its time.
Yeah.
So and they were making them like every week. Like they were like they just, what did he smoke 5 packs of cigarettes a day? I think I read.
Shit.
He just worked 18 hours a day and chain smoked. What was his name?
Sellers?
Rod Sterling.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know who I was thinking of, but
he just fucking puffed heaters and fucking directed and wrote. I mean, often they were based off short stories. He just
adapted them
for the screen. Yeah. God, yeah, some of those episodes are so fucking good. Just for that to be on network TV nowadays, our goddamn dumbass plebeian brains are like, I don't want this. I want to watch a 14-year-old girl sing a cover of a Christina Aguilera song.
Yeah, and then everybody claps and cries.
Yeah, I bet she came from some bad circumstances. Like,
oh, she sure did.
I like how they even got to do that on game shows now. That's what I love about Jeopardy. You could have had life handed to you on a silver platter, or you could have come from the slums of Cicero. Doesn't fucking matter. What's the score?
Jeopardy's the great equalizer.
Trebek never smiled. You'd get a smirk.
Who's hosting that? Is it that fucking Ken Jennings? Is that who's hosting that now?
Yeah, or are they still doing that thing where they do a run of 8 weeks with one host? Or
okay, yeah, I don't know.
The gal that was in Blossom and The Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Yeah, Malim Bailach, whatever her name is. Sure. Nailed it.
I'm crushing pronunciations over here. I just listened to the LeVar Burton episode of Mark Maron's podcast, and he wanted that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And the internet really wanted that for a while before he backed out and decided, like, whatever it was gonna be something he didn't want after all.
Yeah.
He talked about that. That's a good episode. I don't know if you listened to Mark Maron's show, but
what his main source of income has been the last 20 odd years.
LeVar Burton?
Yeah.
Star Trek residuals.
Oh God, good call.
Would probably be my guess.
Yeah, you get.
I mean, he does work, you know.
Just weird to picture him in anything since Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek and Reading Rainbow and Roots is all I know him from.
He seems like the kind of cat that's good with his money.
Yeah, probably.
Don't see him owning multiple Ferraris.
I don't think LeVar Burton does a lot of blow.
Yeah. Watching him get escorted out of a fucking bar.
I don't think LeVar Burton like sneaks a fucking gun into the strip club in his sweatpants.
Forgot I had it on me.
I think LeVar Burton might be a good guy.
Yeah. God, would that be the best acting job ever if he was just a fucking cunt of a man? Just miserable, just unbearable. Like, he comes off as such a kind, decent person.
Man, the fucking Reading Rainbow was destination viewing for me all through my childhood. I don't think I missed an episode.
'Cause I'm the age for it. I also, like you, grew up with fucking 3.5 channels.
Yeah.
So you gave PBS the time of day.
Yeah.
You didn't just swing by it like you did if you had cable. And I would, if it was on, fine. But it just seemed like enough of the books weren't calling my name that I was interested in. But I mean, yeah, we're worse.
Well, I'm a little younger than you, so I'd have been younger when I came through there.
Good point. Yep.
So I think it was aimed a little more at me than it was at you.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow, Ghost Rider, and Wishbone. That was my shit.
I remember Ghost Rider. Oh man, PBS shit. Like, I just like, because I was a kid that when I was little, I had cable, so I got a taste of the uncut shit, you know? Like, I want toys that are just 24-minute commercials, or I want cartoons that are 24-minute commercials for the toy. I don't want to learn shit. You'd be dumber after an episode of fucking G.I. Joe.
Not me. I didn't know that stuff was out there until Saturday. I thought that shit was reserved for Saturdays.
Oof, yeah, Saturday. That was destination TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wake up at 7. Couldn't get my ass out of bed at 7 for school, but my ass would be up on its own at 7.
Watching Garfield and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I was a Muppet Babies boy and Pee Wee Herman boy.
Yeah, maybe sneak in a Wildcats or a
Yeah,
Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Yeah. A little, there's that age difference Polk said. I was just getting to the age where I probably wanted to go fucking crank one out. Well, let's look at the time.
Saturday morning crank. Can I snap one off in between commercial breaks here?
How much time before NBA Inside Stuff starts?
Ahmad Rashad would be so ashamed if he knew.
I'm going to glaze the inside of this comforter.
Jesus.
This should go in the burn pile, Mom.
Comforters, that's a whole to-do to wash a comforter.
It's a crime of passion.
You're 8 saying this. Probably not 8. 14 maybe.
Oh,
8 would be alarming.
Yeah, split the difference, I'd say. It's a virile young boy. Definitely more testosterone pulsing through my veins at 11 than there is now.
That's a bummer. Everybody just got sad.
Yeah.
Need to get some Big Hurt Doug Flutie pills.
Testafen's the active ingredient because they always mention that.
And starts with an N.
Yeah.
Nutra. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I haven't watched wrestling in long enough. I don't remember what the boner pills are.
Wait, baseball's the Big Hurt? Who would ever say that in public?
Who would say it like that?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Like,
and she'll like it too.
Yeah. Good for Frank Thomas.
Yeah. God.
Right, good for Frank Thomas, one of those guys like, he's going to get fucked because everyone else was doing steroids, so he's going to get lumped in. But goddamn if they didn't put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because one thing, he didn't need to do steroids.
Right.
It's alarming that he chose baseball. That like someone didn't didn't hand him a football.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you do.
Frank Thomas looks like a forklift.
He looked like a character from Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball on the Super Nintendo. Like he was just all fucking pro wrestling looking, you know, like
just an action figure baseball player.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the subject of sports. You want to hear a fun sports stat?
Yes.
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay, coach,
long time
football coach.
10-year starter in the NFL, is a mediocre starting quarterback, has more career rushing yards than Bo Jackson by like 5. Isn't that wild?
How's that? That can't be true.
Look, I heard it on on a fucking Instagram reel. I'm like, well, that's horse shit.
Right.
Googled it. He got like 5 more career. Because one thing, I mean, I'm old enough. I remember Jim Harbaugh. He was like a Bears starter for his first 6 years, and like the Colts, kind of hopped around. For his era, he was definitely like a pretty mobile quarterback, apparently. He get like, I think his peak years, he got like 300 rushing yards.
Okay.
But he played for 12 years, and just those cumulatively added up more than like the 4 batshit crazy seasons that fucking Bojack. I would have lost my fucking house if someone made that bet offer to me. Also, 10-year starting quarterback, and not like in the fucking 40s, like 1991 to 99, something like that. Starting quarterback for a decade on NFL teams, never once threw for 20 touchdowns in a season. Now,
because he was running, apparently.
And just football was so different then, you know, like that's so wild to me. And he had teams that made the playoffs, you know, like.
Yeah, they weren't just shitbox teams.
Like that's so nuts. I mean, granted, there were guys putting up much better numbers, but like the fact that that was passable to make a very good paycheck for a decade is so wild to me. Like.
Jesus. You know what he didn't have, though?
What's that?
A starring role on a Saturday morning cartoon. Bo did.
That is true. Not yet, at least.
Oh, God.
Cartoon of all the Big Ten starting head coaches. Who? It was Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Pro Stars?
Pro Stars. There's a time we knew the song because we did it on the show.
You sure did. Yeah, dig back and find that if you're interested. You'll have fun with that.
Give yourself a little treat.
Have a little fun.
Speaking of a little treat, buddy, I got you something.
Did you? Dig it into his pants. Found this. Ooh.
There you go, buddy.
Look at this. Gonna snack like the other half snacks.
Got you a tube of Ferrero Rochers.
Well, I will have to indulge in one when we go for potty breaks here, and then I'll share with everyone my thoughts.
Share your hot impressions on this mom candy.
I'm gonna make a hot impression in this hotel room toilet pretty soon.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a coffee machine that you turned on but didn't put water in. It's just spitting and hissing, and it's real hot, but just it ain't getting what it needs. Just not
making
good.
Heat and noise and accomplishing nothing.
Real bad stuff.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're in a hotel because I'm in the cities because you and I are going to tell jokes tomorrow night.
Have some laughs.
You on this Chase Lounge in this hotel room. This is so sensual. Holy fuck.
You could be painting a picture of me right now.
Yeah, it has a very paint me like one of your French girls vibe to it.
Enough strong Kate Winslet vibes.
Yeah. Ooh, boy, get you a big necklace.
Got my chocolate treats, my Miller Lite.
Pop that shirt off.
Now this shirt might get popped off on the next dump I take.
Holy shit, that reminds me. I stopped at a gas station on the way down here, hence the Ferrero Rochers, and walked into that men's room. There was a coat or a jacket thrown up over the door of one of the stalls in the men's room. I was like, oh, somebody's really putting in work in there, I guess. And I used the urinal. I went over to the sink and was washing up. That sumbitch was fighting for his life in there. The sounds in that stall, it sounded like the tornado from Twister. Like just deep bellowing and like maybe sort of a tiger roar layered underneath there. I was like, holy fuck.
Oh, man.
Is the Revenant Bear in here trying to take a dump? That dude. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I have heard some heartbreaking shits in truck stops. Just your heart goes out to them.
Yeah, I legit felt bad.
That
I was
legit
like,
has to suck so
man, you need me to bring
hard.
you a Gatorade or something? Holy fuck.
Throwing him a care package over the wall.
Here you go, bud.
Thanks, man.
Gatorade and a chuck wagon sandwich. Can you warm this up?
So I, again, up all night with the digestive distress.
Yeah.
And like slept on and off throughout the day trying to get some sleep. And then finally it hits me like, God damn it, I'm so hungry. Why am I so hungry? And then it's like, dude, you've been awake. You haven't eaten 20 hours. Of course you're fucking hungry. And I'm like, and I'm just so uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to fucking cook. Just go, it's like, go get something, but go get something smart. Like something that ain't gonna, no chance it'll fuck with your insides.
Sure.
You know what I chose? Taco Bell.
Huh. I feel like that
dumber than shit.
Doesn't match the strategy.
But I was just
pulling.
I was driving through a real dicey neighborhood in town. I was like, which of these lines is the shortest? I want to get out of here. And that's what I did. And then I was like, oh, man, this is a mistake. So you know what I did then? I was like, you need a little sweet treat. Push this down a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Went and got a McFlurry.
Holy
Think
shit.
of what's combining in my body right now.
You wonder why you don't feel good.
I'm either going to be right as rain in 2 hours or in the hospital. It's either going to be what I needed or it's going to be the opposite of what I needed.
You got to get through the weekend. We got to tell jokes tomorrow.
I'll just bring my ice cream pail on stage.
Oh, for the poo-poo?
Yeah, for the poo-poo. Oh, my God. Excuse me one moment.
Just spray shit into a 1-gallon ice cream bucket on stage.
Have a little curtain behind me. Clearly, the mic's picking up all the sound.
Come back out, buckle in your belt. So you guys got kids? Like, just start doing crowd work?
Just sweating red in the face.
How long you two been together? They are leaving. The smell.
They can hear it all, like me just talking to my, like, why won't anything come out? It needs to leave my body.
What did I do to you?
Oh, my God. Yep. So that's where I've been.
Living in the state of disrepair.
Yep. Jesus, am I ever. Just butthole troubles, stomach troubles, just everything's angry. Everything below the diaphragm's angry.
Ugh. There's some sensitive stuff below the diaphragm,
right?
my friend. I feel for you.
Enjoy some of these little treats, little podcast treats.
Nathan is unwrapping the Ferrero Rocher after returning from the bathroom. Nothing people like more than people eating on mic.
I will give it 6.5 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
A little too rich for me.
Okay, I mean, they are that, for sure.
Yeah, 6.5 out of 10.
I think chocolate and hazelnut's a good combo that you don't often see.
Yeah, true. That dump I just took, 1.5 stars out of 10. Unbelievable.
Well, Ferrero Rocher is better than a painful dump. That's good. Put it on the package.
It's like my digestive tract is a gravy boat. It's just pouring little lumpy gravy, just a little bit. Hey, if you need more, come back. You'll get more.
Jesus
Don't go too heavy. You got to save it for the rest of the family. Unbelievable. Just everything needs to vacate my body ASAP. Oh, my God. Look at this position I'm in right now.
Oh, I see it.
My body's shaped like a candy cane. Oh, my God.
The way you're laying in that Chase Lounge.
I went from erotic to heartbreaking now. This is getting more depressing.
You have like scooted down. You're a little more horizontal now.
Full of Ferrero Rocher, high-end chocolate, Miller Lite. Oh, my God. This podcast is taking a Cronenberg-esque direction that
Yes, it
a
has.
body horror.
Yeah, it.
You know,
Oh boy,
if we're not honest with the listeners, what are we?
you need to study yourself like the fly.
Yeah. The things that need studying I can't see, that'll involve mirrors.
Get you a selfie stick to waggle around at your ass.
Holy shit. Fucking seeing that selfie stick hit the floor in a men's room stall. What the fuck is he taking pictures of? It's from my doctor.
Do you want to help? No, I do
I
not.
could use some help.
This is a 2-man job, bub.
It'd take 30 pictures to get one salvageable one.
You know how hard it is to get light on a butthole?
Yeah, fucking one false move, you're dropping that phone in the shitter. Oof. That's never what you want.
You drop your phone in a truck stop bathroom. Do you go buy a new phone? Into the toilet, not
Into
just
the toilet, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, was it you telling me that with today's technology, phone getting wet isn't a death sentence anymore?
It's not a death sentence, not necessarily.
if I had a phone new enough that I knew it could survive the water, and it was, yeah. The only exception, if I just walked in and it's a nightmare and it's not my mess in the toilet,
Sure. Then you walk away.
I think I'm just flushing the phone. Just get it down the hole. God, I'd be bummed.
Yeah. Godspeed, phone.
That's why I rarely will, like, if there's any hint of trouble, I walk. There's plenty of truck stops. Plenty of truck stops.
Dropping your phone into the fucking train spotting toilet.
I was thinking the one in Desperado.
I've never seen Desperado.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like the pathway to the room where they do the illicit activities.
Okay.
Because they assume no one will go through this stall because it's so repulsive.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
makes sense.
Yeah,
that's
like
a good
false wall behind the shitter.
That's a good. That's good writing there.
Yeah. Robert Rodriguez, what have he been up to lately?
Is he still making Spy Kid movies?
I wonder. I feel maybe does he work? Maybe he signed some kind of creative deal with one of the big streaming companies. I feel like maybe he's had something on Hulu or Amazon Prime or something.
And
like
he wasn't he like a big part of that El Rey network?
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I wonder if that's even still around.
I don't think so. You don't hear about it ever.
Did he do an episode of Mandalorian or Boba Fett?
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure.
I think he did.
Huh.
I think he had some involvement in a Star Wars TV show.
And then all those Spy Kids movies, which made $1 billion.
Yeah, those are big hits. You know what else is a big hit, Nathan?
What could that be?
The Simpsons.
The television series?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
moly.
The one and the same.
Really? Huh.
You want to talk about Simpsons? Are you in any kind of shape to talk about The Simpsons?
A lot of men wouldn't be, but I think I can get through it, especially with this truncated format. I think I can get to the finish line.
You look like we need to find you an IV bag.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I feel like having a petite woman step on my stomach would either relieve me of all of my symptoms or kill me. I'm almost willing to risk it right now.
Either way, it would be an unfortunate thing for that chaise lounge to live through.
Yeah, they ain't leaving this room unscathed.
It's my credit card down at the front desk.
Just say it was like that when you got here.
Yeah. What a thing to try to pass off as it was already like this.
So you're telling us this, 1/3 of this chaise lounge was covered in shit when you came in, and you're just now complaining about it.
You checked in several hours ago.
The Hellraiser chaise lounge, you just now are complaining about it?
Yeah, well, I had to unpack, and Have we talked about that? Are you an unpacker in a hotel room? Do you use the dresser and the wardrobe?
I so rarely spend more than one night in a hotel.
Oh, sure.
I probably don't because I'm not used to it, but God, you know what I'd probably do? Let's say I'm somewhere, I'm going to be there for 4 days.
Yeah.
Shit, it would all just get folded up and put in the top drawer of like the dresser thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Like right over that, go in that top drawer.
Yeah. That's the first thing I do, put up the do not disturb sign. Second thing I do is unpack. Unpack the whole bag.
No shit. Yeah.
Put stuff in the dresser and hang stuff in the wardrobe. And then you got your empty duffel bag that you fill back up with dirty clothes during your stay.
Yeah, I'm like, these comedy trips, I unpack only the things I know I will need, if that makes sense.
Yeah, comedy trips, like, throw your toiletries in the bathroom,
Yep.
and then, like, before I go to bed, if it's just a one-night thing, before I go to bed, I will unpack everything and set aside tomorrow's clothes.
Yeah.
And then pack back up.
Yeah. So if, God willing, I get to the hotel early enough before the show to set up my CPAP.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
A few things I want to do when I'm tired and buzzed up and set up a CPAP.
Get your robot up and going.
Yeah. One thing what you told sunk into my head, I got to quit using fucking rural North Dakota tap water in my CPAP. I'm going to get fucking
insane
brain worms or
they
something.
They specifically tell you not to do that, Nathan.
So now I bought a case of bottled water. I'll just throw a bottle in.
There you go. Yeah. They prefer distilled, but Dasani will do in a pinch,
You can tell America's getting fatter and shit. There are times all the distilled water's gone at Walmart. And there are 175 spots for distilled water. Every one of them's empty.
Yeah, because everybo's got a goddamn face robot.
60% of Walmart shoppers have fucking sleep apnea.
I bet it's higher than that.
Yeah, if we include the undiagnosed cases.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my God. The Simpsons are in season 34. We're doing episodes 3 and 4. Let's start with episode 3, Lisa the Boy Scout. Bart is all excited because today he gets to go on, I don't think they say Boy Scout, I think it's Boy Explorers.
Yep.
He's all stoked because he gets to go on a jamboree out in the woods.
There had to have been an episode back in the day where Bart was in the Scouts. Boy,
had to have been.
Right?
We didn't do 33 seasons of the show
700
without
episodes.
it. Yeah, I guarantee it. That's when Lisa barges in. She is also part of the Boy Explorers Club, and she's excited to go to the jamboree. And Lisa already has merit badges.
Yeah, because that was a thing that was in the news a handful of years ago.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Letting gals in.
And Bart and Lisa get all sibling having a fight, and then we take a turn.
Never.
It cuts to two people in Simpsonized versions of Guy Fawkes masks, and they say that they are pseudonymous, hacking the digital terrorist group. And they say that they have gotten their hands on, they're kind of talking directly to Disney.
Yeah.
We've gotten our hands on all of the Simpson clips that you don't want shown to the world. And they're asking for $20 billion in cryptocurrency to not show it.
Yeah.
And just first off, Guy Fawkes masks, but Simpsonized look real weird.
Yep. Because they're like, it's basically Homer with the Guy Fawkes mustache.
Yeah, and like the squinted eyes.
Yeah.
And it's a weird look. Secondly, I was wondering what was happening.
Mm-hmm. It took me a second. It's like, is this going to be the episode? Like, just these clips?
Mm-hmm.
We soon found out.
And like I was taken aback because like I even like paused it to make sure I was on the right episode, because on the episode it says Lisa the Boy Scout, and it's a little thumbnail of Lisa, and the item or the description doesn't mention this at all.
Yeah.
Which, good on ya.
Yeah, hard to hide things in today's day and age, so good for them.
I also thought, I bet this makes way more sense on Disney Plus than it did airing on television.
Yeah.
So just to show they're serious, we're going to play some clips. The first one, and these are all very short.
Yeah.
10, 30 seconds tops.
Maybe a couple minute long ones. Yeah.
Real rapid fire. Real hard to take notes. I had to pause a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Ugh. Why? Always. I get the fucking weird ones to recap. The first clip is the truth. They all come, so it all looks like raw footage. There's like a file name and a placard that says the name of the clip, and like a thing at the bottom says property of Disney, not for air or whatever. The first one is the truth about Lenny. I did laugh at this one. Well, no, I didn't, but I did think this one was funny. It's just Lenny and Carl and Homer at Moe's, and they're explaining to Carl, I think the very first words you hear is, there never was a Lenny. And Lenny just dissolves. He just disappears, and Carl's so distraught. It's like, what? Yeah, that was your brain hiding some trauma that you had. And he's like, well, but what was the trauma from? From losing your other best friend who was also imaginary. It's just turtles all the way down.
Yeah. And then he just creates a new one.
He just creates a new, I forget the guy's name, but it's just a new guy. And that's it. These go rapid fire. The next one is don't have a prediction, man. I did like the fake old Simpsons here.
Yeah, that was interesting. That animation was interesting.
Like it has black bars on the side, so it's 4x3, and it looks like the old animation.
Yeah.
It's the first episode where they get Santa's little helper, and then adult Bart comes charging out of nowhere, like through the time tunnel, and explains to that, like, I'm from the future, and I need to tell you a bunch of things so that then you can say them, and then people will say you predicted him. I'm like, okay, this is like 2 out of the first 3 episodes this season have mentioned the Simpsons predicting things.
Don't lean too hard into it.
Yeah. But I thought that was a funny bit.
Yeah.
Next one, we're just fucking rapid fire here. Next one is Yar They Blow, which is dumb. It's the sea captain and Willie on his boat in a storm, and the captain only says Yar and Willie only says I, and like a fire breaks out and Willie tries to punch the fire.
A couple decent gags, but yeah.
Yeah, and then I think there's a big wave at the end.
Storm of the Century wave. Yeah.
21 Chump Street, I did like. Martin gets off the fucking school bus and immediately, like, after the school bus drives away, like, lets his facade drop a little bit. Yeah. Martin is a full-grown adult man.
Yeah, like in his 30s.
Yeah.
Has a couple little kids.
Yeah, has 2 kids, one on the way, a wife, and is a cop. Yeah. Like his wife being like, why's it gotta be you? You know, and like they're fighting and shit. That was funny.
I feel like that went a little viral when it came out. I feel like I've already seen that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. We cut back to the hackers, like, okay, that was just a little taste. And then their voice modulators fail. And so, because they got the weird, anonymous voice things. And they fail, and it's just some lady and some British guy, and they start hitting it off and then make out in the masks, which was fun. Back to more clips. Lisa learns French. Lisa on the phone with the fire department because there's a fire. People are dying.
Yeah, it's a bad fire.
This whole building's on fire, people screaming for help, and she's on the phone with 911, and you get subtitles because she's talking in French, explaining that, no, I'm in an immersive French course. I can't speak English. It's against the rules. And the 911 operator being like, I don't know what you're saying. That was fun. I like that if these clips are good, they're funny. And if they're bad, it plays into the hackers are releasing stuff that you don't want us to see because it's so bad. Yeah. I was like, you guys kind of wrote yourself a can't lose situation here.
This really had a strong Robot Chicken feel, too.
Sure, totally. Yeah. Field goal of dreams. It's Homer, who has built a football field in the middle of his cornfield, and a bunch of Canadian football players come out of the corn because he accidentally made a Canadian football field. There's 2 50-yard lines.
Doug Flutie's there. Yep,
Doug Flutie of Nutrigen or whatever the pecker pills are fame. John Frink of Mars. I did like this one. Frink is abandoned on Mars. All of the rest of the Mars colonists left him, and so he's doing The Martian, documenting himself, talking to the camera, and it cuts ahead in time. He's built a whole civilization and cloned himself, so he has this army of Frinks helping him out, and then they abandon him. That's fun. Homer Simpson apology to Finland. One of very few that completely didn't move the needle at all.
No.
Like, it's just him giving and it's shot in like 9:16 resolution, so it looks like he's talking to a cell phone. It looks like a cell phone video.
I never put that together, but you're right.
Yeah, and it's like too close.
Yeah.
And it's just him like, I'm sorry, I have to issue an apology to the people of Finland.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, all right.
The seduction of Seymour Skinner is pretty good. It's him and his mom. She's awful, of course.
Yeah.
he leaves and like sends a text of like, I need to meet you at the usual place. And he pulls up to this seedy motel and goes in and puts on a wig and mustache first, and then goes in, and it's just this woman his mom's age who made him a sweater and makes him a grilled cheese and cuts the crust off and does his laundry. And it's like the music and everything is like pseudo erotic, and it's like, this is very funny. And then he like puts a world's best mom handmade ugly mug on the counter and leaves and is like, oh, if only that were my real mother. And it pans inside and she takes her mask off and it is her mother or his mother. That one was fun.
Yeah.
Homer's stash grab. Homer stole Flanders' mustache and used it as a goatee, and then Flanders converts to Judaism.
Yeah.
Another flat one. Spider fan turn off the snark is fun. Comic book guy is like being super nice to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And liking everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the best such and such. And then goes into the doctor, and Hibbert explains that he has too much sour cream in his brain, and he dies. Okay. One of the things, it's like 3 or 4 different quick clips of him like loving a thing that he should hate, and one is him reading Casper comics. He's like, oh, another masterpiece, Harvey Comics.
Harvey Comics, you've done it again.
What an amazing addition to the Casper family. Holy shit. Rise of the Wise Guys I liked a lot. It's Homer and Pally sitting at Moe's, and Homer being like I know you, and then it shows a handful of clips of Pally being everywhere in town, doing every job, and they have a little conversation. Pally's like, nah, man, I guess I just have one of those faces. And the camera pans down to under the earth, or in the crust of the earth, and there's a giant bug of some sort with Pally's face
it's
pumping out Pally clones.
like egg pouches.
And then Pally worker bees are putting them in hives.
Unbelievable.
Reminded me of the Slurm episode of Futurama. I liked that one a lot. I like that it's a clip show, because it essentially is. It's a clip show, but of things we haven't seen. Like they made a fake clip show, which I like. I'm kind of torn on what I think of this episode. We keep coming back to the hackers. Their masks come off, and they are like completely fucking falling on head over heels for each other, which is fun. Their next segment is this series of good episode titles that didn't go anywhere. I know they're not, but I wish that some of these were real.
Some of them are good.
Like, I only mentioned a few that really popped me. Like, there's one of Martin holding Chum's hand, and the episode title is Chum Kind of Wonderful. Or Snake on a Plane, which is just...
He just has a neck pillow, and he's just casually reading.
A magazine. And then maybe my favorite, it's Kang hanging from the side of a San Francisco trolley, and the episode title is Kang, Kang, Kang Goes the Trolley. I got a good laugh out of that. The FBI is banging on the hacker's door, and they're like, oh God, we're cooked. Show the dog scene. And it's just Homer at the breakfast table, and Santa's little helper comes walking in and is talking. Like, it's what if Santa's little helper was Brian from Family Guy, and he just sits down with the newspaper and goes, good morning, Homer, and Homer does a spit take and goes, it's morning? Fuck, that's funny. That's a good joke. And then the hackers play their final clips, and it's just this series of like soap opera reactions. People like breaking a glass and being like, there's more to it than that, or whatever. And I like that one is Eddie is Ralph's father, which the people who write The Simpsons are clearly paying attention to the internet.
Yeah.
Because, like, that was an internet thing
hair.
3 or 4 years ago because of the hair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My son's breath smells like cat food.
Which is so good because that's my favorite Ralphie line. And then we get one of the Van Houtens finding out that Milhouse isn't their child, and they're super thrilled and start making out right in front of him. And then we get a handful of actual clips from previous episodes.
Yeah.
Like with no...
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember if this was an actual clip or not, but when they do the intro of Homer driving his car and throwing the plutonium rod out the window, and it hits that super buff, handsome man, and he immediately, like, transforms into Hans
Oh,
Moleman.
yeah. That has to be new, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like I would remember that, but that's very funny. The FBI busts in on the hackers, and they're pointing guns and everything, and they're like, "What are you doing? We said we'd release more if you don't back off." And they're like, "Yeah, we don't care. No one watches The Simpsons anymore. Like, you're not ruining anything."
Yeah.
Like he says, the only people who watch The Simpsons are football fans who fell asleep during the game.
Which I knew that was how I had a hunch it was going to go that direction. But I was like, I'm glad that's still a good laugh. Just them dunking on themselves.
Yeah. But the FBI backs down when the hackers threaten to blow open Disney's other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I forget precisely the joke, but like we know, like, we'll show the stuff about Baby Groot and Baby Yoda, and we'll expose your next thing, and it's Baby something. I didn't write it down, but it was pretty amusing. And then, like, we just cut back. I knew this was coming, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
We cut back to Marge and Homer at the fucking Boy Scouts jamboree being like, "I can't believe you lost our kids."
Yeah.
And Lisa and Bart, all disheveled, come like wounded warrior walking out of the woods, just like, and Lisa says something about, can we just go home and watch television? I don't want to go outside ever again. Like, we come back to the end of the episode, which I thought was fun. And as they're walking off into the sunset, Homer goes, "Your mom and I almost got divorced over something insignificant." And Marge is like, "But then he apologized, so that's all it takes."
That was a nice touch, too.
Yeah. And then the stinger over the credits is the hackers riding a motorcycle away, still just fucking making out so hard. And then they both reveal that each of their names is Ashley.
Yeah.
Which has, and then they keep making out and drive away. I like when the Simpsons make fun of themselves.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. And there was, I'm going to say 30% of the clips I thought were pretty funny. I would have rather just had another episode of The Simpsons.
God, I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I think you're hotter on this thing than I am.
Yeah.
It's weird. It definitely fucking took me by
totally.
surprise.
Yeah. Like, I just think that the laughs were good enough on some of those that I was able to be like, okay, I know this is silly and doesn't really fit the format, but like, I'm getting enough laughs that I'm engaged. Like, like I love the Hey Pally one, the Martin one, the Talking Dog one.
Yeah, the predictions one I thought was a funny thing. I could have done with a little less coming back to the hackers. We could have cut probably 2 or 3 of those segments.
Yeah, that's maybe true, yeah.
Even if it didn't 100% land for me, good on you for doing something different.
Yeah.
But I do think I'd rather just had another episode.
Yeah. There's one thing with these, there's no, like, payoff, you know? Like,
Yeah, these are empty calories.
Yeah.
Like
an episode of Robot Chicken. You know, like,
totally. Yeah.
Just you chuckling the whole way through, but not really paying attention.
Right. Yeah. It was a hard thing to take notes for because those go by in a fucking hurry. There's some of those are 10 seconds long.
Yeah. We're looking at episode number 4, The King of Nice. Krusty broke yet again, has to degrade himself by performing at Kelly Clarkson's kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
I was just, or is he just like taking care of them? Is he just like a high-end nanny?
No, I think he's there to entertain.
Yeah.
Which Krusty is supposed to be like a fucking 60s thing.
He's like in his 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krusty now is Mr. Burns' age when we started.
Yep. Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Because he was like a past retirement age in 1990.
Yeah.
Think of that. Yeah. He'd be like close to 100 years old.
Yeah.
If there was any kind of like canon, time-wise canon.
If anything mattered. A disturbing lack of Mr. Burns thus far.
Oh, good call. Mr. Burns, Maggie, and barely any Milhouse, except for that clip that we got.
Yeah.
He's obviously terrible. The kids are not impressed with an elderly clown. And while he's there, he just notices the wealth of the Clarkson house. Like, Jesus, look at this place,
I like that Krusty hates Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
I like
Such
that touch.
Salty, just a pathetic man.
Yeah. Just
what is it? An infinity toilet? Is that what it is?
Infinity toilet is very funny.
So sick.
It's just water just rushing over the edges at all times.
Because he lost all of his money investing in NFTs.
Yeah.
What was it? Non-funny.
Not funny joke. Not funny.
Yeah.
What's the T?
Yeah.
It's not jokes.
I thought so too, though, when you said it, but you're right. Yeah.
Tangents.
Yeah. Something that's not funny.
Yeah. Because he's talking to his fucking agent.
Yeah. And while he's just lamenting, her success and his lack of it, Lindsay Nagel points out that Clarkson's wealth isn't from her music, it's from daytime syndicated TV.
Yeah, her talk show.
And then she points out all these other houses belong to people. That's Rachel Ray, that's Dr. Phil, all these people. While all this is going on, the Simpsons are at Costco, or their version of Costco, some giant bulk shopping store.
No, the Pet Max. They're at the pet
store.
store.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, it was like a Sam's Club type joint. They're in the dog food aisle, and it's overwhelming how many choices there are. And Marge is asked to be on a focus group, and she accepts just because she's sick of putting up with. She's like, "You guys just take care of it. Get the dog some food."
Yeah, Marge pretty fried.
Yeah.
In this pet store.
Turns out the focus group is about daytime TV, and turns out Marge has a lot of good ideas for like segments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you could do this and that. You could who watches more daytime TV? Sure, it's in the background when she's working all day.
She crushes. Yeah. She rattles off like 40 ideas.
Funny bed making fails. Sticks out in my head.
Baby hat parade.
Yeah. Lindsay Nagel says, "You're a natural. You have nice ideas coming out the wazoo."
A lot of Lindsay Nagel in this one, which I bet tickled you.
Yeah. And Marge impresses Lindsay so much that she gets hired as a segment producer. And the guy that gets fired, kind of like a premonition, like
gives her a warning.
Just be aware that this job's going to take over your life.
You're going to hate it.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I bet that job fries you fuck out, because that's a never-ending.
Yeah.
Like they need fun segments every fucking. The same with late night. I bet.
Yeah. Well, that's what this episode is because that was in the news. How terrible of a work environment Ellen was.
Specifically Ellen. Yeah. This is just the Ellen DeGeneres episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So when she gets to work, it turns out that she's going to be creating segments for Krusty's new daytime talk show. Because Lindsay has got Krusty in on this game. Krusty's excited because he doesn't have to write.
Yeah.
He just has to be fucking
and he kills
blandly,
with no effort.
Yeah. Just make the white ladies dance.
Yeah, I don't even have to be funny. I do like that he fights it to begin with, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He grumbles about it.
The showman in him doesn't like it.
And God damn it, him just as Ellen. The Ellen hair.
Yeah.
They even change his body. Like, they draw him different.
The fucking DJ, which is always so cringy to me.
Fuck.
The daytime talk show DJ, why?
But I do love that every time it's Flo Rida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's playing Flo Rida every time. I like Flo Rida. I won't fucking hide. Come at me.
I own apple bottom jeans and boots with fur.
You think you could pull off boots with fur?
Oof. I got some pretty thick cankles here, but maybe the fur would help accentuate. I don't know.
Maybe it'd conceal.
Yeah, there you go. Conceal, not accentuate. You don't want to point out
accentuate.
You don't want the thick ankles to be pointed out.
You do have some fucking beef shanks on you. Hot damn. Old ham hocks full back.
Just calf all the way down to the heel. Got them long calves, ladies.
Shit.
Yeah, like you said, Krusty's skeptical at first, but he soon realizes this is just going to be a cakewalk.
Easy money.
Yeah. It's already beginning to get super busy. During this, Marge meets Homer for a date at a steakhouse, but spends the whole time ignoring Homer and looking at her phone, which Homer barely notices. He's not even offended. He's just so fucking clueless.
Yeah,
you know, like,
and he forgot his wallet. Yeah. Has to have her pay, so.
We never see. I mean, this has been going for 20 seasons now. Fucking Homer is never at work.
No. No. Homer has not been to the power plant in 20 years.
We get some more examples of how stressful the show is. And then Marge is called home for an emergency. Turns out the emergency is an intervention with her friends and family and Mo, which is so awesome that he fucking is there for it.
Yeah, because it's Patty and Selma.
Yep.
That makes sense. Yep. Her immediate family. Yep. That makes sense. Luann, borderline. Yeah. But okay.
Yeah.
And Mo.
Yeah. The Luann thing, like, how I'm your best friend. She's like, are you?
Yeah, I think it's Homer. It's like, and we even brought your best friend Luann. And Luann says something along the lines of, we haven't had that talk yet, but what?
So good.
Like, you're a couple? You haven't had the talk yet? I did love, during one of the episodes of the Krusty Show, it cuts to Bart and Lisa sitting there watching it, and Lisa's like, so what do you got planned? I'm sure you have some big plan to sabotage this and get Krusty the Clown back. And he's like, why do I need that? I have Krusty Plus, and pulls up his iPad, and he's like, there's over 700 episodes of this. And then he says, once you have enough episodes of a classic TV show, why bother making more? And then he just starts watching on his iPad.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, Simpsons.
I don't think they picked that 700 number out of thin air.
No, I don't think so. I thought that was a good joke.
Yeah, that was good.
I like when the Simpsons are sharp.
Turn the knives on themselves.
Yeah. I like when they take shots at themselves.
So the intervention, Marge does not take this well at all. She's very angry. She's full of beans. She's very agitated.
Mad that she's missing work.
Yep. And while all this is going on, TMZ has a scoop, and they reveal how awful the work environment is at the Krusty Show. And then word leaks down to Krusty, who is genuinely shocked at this because he just has no clue.
He has no idea.
He just wanders in.
8 minutes before they start filming. Yeah.
So he's like, wait, like what? Like I have not that he's even maybe necessarily against it. He just didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, like
because he has nothing to do with the creative force of the show.
They end up doing an apology episode, during which Marge attacks an intern off stage. Like,
yep. Because she couldn't do the salad shake when he took it out of the clamshell and put it on a plate.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do the salad shake, Nathan? When fucking Krusty comes out on stage, like, sad dancing, because like Ellen, he dances every episode. When he does that, he's like just barely dancing. Yeah. And they are playing a slow motion version of that Flo Rida song. I was dying.
That was good.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur in slow motion.
A mournful version of that song.
Is so funny.
Yeah. So Marge, after attacking the intern, kind of realizes how big of a monster she's become, and she goes out on stage and interrupts Krusty's apology for one of her own, but is eventually interrupted by Krusty, who announces he's leaving the show. We find out it's because he got hired to be a daytime judge.
That's where the real money is.
Judge money. Judy's the richest woman in Hollywood.
Yep.
And I love that he offered, it's like a Sideshow Mel. He's like, you done any bailiff work? Like, I love the fealty to Sideshow Mel.
Yep,
like,
he's got to bring him with.
He was the DJ, now he'll be the bailiff.
Yep. Bring your boys with you to
I
the
like
top.
I like that loyalty.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And how Mel had like an answer, like, not for a while, but I have, you know.
Yeah, it's so good.
You done any bailiff work lately?
Still baffling that he's a caveman.
Yeah.
Have we ever addressed why is he a caveman?
Well, wasn't Sideshow Bob kind of caveman-y?
I guess I don't know.
I think he had like a grass skirt right away, maybe.
Oh, I think you might be right.
Yep.
Question stands.
Yeah,
why is Sideshow Bob a caveman?
Yeah, they're wacky. They're out of control, you know?
Yeah.
And Sideshow Mel, never out of control.
No.
He's a very proper man.
Sideshow Mel's got it together. Sideshow Mel might be the most normal person on this show.
Yeah, one of them, definitely. Dr. Hibbert, pretty normal.
True. And, well, also, didn't we get an episode of... We for sure got an episode. Not that I'm saying that this is abnormal. Do what you want in the privacy of your own home. But didn't we do an episode where Flanders is stooping Mel's wife because it's an open marriage?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, but that was part of that prestige television send up that was like Fargo.
Okay.
So I don't think that's canon.
Yeah, you're right. You're
okay.
right. Yeah.
Whew.
There we go.
Nothing like the half-remembered memories of 3 years into this fucking podcast.
Wait, wasn't that one time maybe? Nah, fuck it. Episode ends, the fam on the couch. How many episodes have ended this way?
Plenty.
150, I bet.
60%.
Yeah. They're watching the Judge Krusty show. I get a kick out of. Marge realizes that this is where she should be, but kind of the silver lining is she's now getting work as a daytime TV consultant.
Yeah.
That's where the money is. You want to be a consultant.
Yeah, not fully back in, but still has a foot in the door.
And she gets a call from Drew Barrymore, who needs her help. And then I kind of forgot that Drew Barrymore had a daytime talk show, but that was just in the news recently because she got in trouble for trying to start the show during the writer's strike.
Right, yep. I got a good laugh at that. Like, oh, you guys can revisit this next season if you want because she fucked up. She fucking put her foot in it.
Yeah.
Trying to bring in scabs.
Didn't Fallon think about doing that or was tried to? Or
someone else did. Who was it?
Yeah, maybe not Fallon.
And then in the meantime, you had fucking genuine good guys like John Oliver dusting off his fucking stand-up and doing stand-up and giving the money to his writers from last week tonight.
Yeah.
John Oliver might be a good guy.
Yeah, he seems like it.
I just read a headline today, barely tangentially related to that Jon Stewart's show, The Trouble with Jon Stewart, on Apple TV, is not coming back because he wanted to do an episode about China and the business they do with Apple. And Apple was like, yeah, no. So he left. He fucking walked.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Get him somewhere else.
That's nice. That's nice for him to not need the fucking money. You know, Jon Stewart seems like a good guy, and luckily, with any luck, he didn't piss it all away all those years.
Hopefully he can jump on something else.
Something more accessible to everybody would be nice.
Yeah, I got a hunch he doesn't have a bunch of Ferraris.
No, probably not.
He's a guy for as much in the public eye as he's been. You don't know much about him personally.
Yeah. What do you know about Jon Stewart?
That dude has hosted a TV show on and off for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
He had a show on MTV in the 90s. Like,
he's in The Faculty.
oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck it, he dabbled in acting, too.
Yeah.
He's also in Half-Baked.
Yeah.
He's one of the stoners in Half-Baked, yeah. He's in Big Daddy, a fairly significant role in Big Daddy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend character, yeah. Look at this. Look at all the layers to that onion.
Yeah, and couldn't tell you anything about him, about the man. Likes firefighters and wrestling.
That's true. Yeah, he does like wrestling. Or
Yeah.
At least his kid does, and he got into it because of that.
Yeah, and the Mets. He's a Mets fan.
Yeah. Him and Seinfeld.
So that was this week.
We fucking did it.
Yeah, how you feeling over there?
Oh, boy. I think I got into like thinking about The Simpsons enough that I've ignored what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I haven't shit myself. I think we know that.
I I haven't noticed.
Yeah, so that's good. All's well that is well. Yeah, we're going to have to, I don't know, get up on the rack, take some pictures.
Boy, you made this a we thing pretty fucking quick.
I can't reach that. I'm going to need some help with that camera.
Oh, boy. Tell you what, I will set my camera on the floor and leave. You got 10 minutes.
I'll set it up so it takes a picture every 20 seconds.
Why would I say my camera? Use yours. Oh, fuck, since we're telling jokes, I even brought my video camera.
Oh,
we
shit.
could get 4K asshole footage if you want.
For the Patreon only. You had to start in real close so you don't know what it is right
What
away.
am I looking at? Yeah.
Anteater's nose? I think
Mars? Anteater's nose.
That thing stuck its nose where it don't belong.
Oh, God.
I'm going to do a hornet's nest. That thing is all fired up.
Microscope photo of a bee sting? What am I looking at here?
It is in. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. You could not throw your phone across the room fast enough.
Just two big fat thighs, half a nut poking out, little dainty wave around the corner.
Eyes imploding like Event Horizon. That's
Where we're going, we don't need eyes to see.
Oh, shit. I haven't seen that movie in a few years, but it's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's what, 90?
97, fall of 97. And we were the only two in the theater, a buddy and me. They were like a 2 p.m. showing. Like, this ain't going to be a big hit. But one of those movies that lived on through the power of VHS.
Yeah.
DVD.
The power of home video.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go tell jokes tomorrow. What the fucking day is it? Friday.
Friday night. I was going to try to start singing, but I don't think I got it in me. I hit those high notes, I might shit.
Didn't even realize it was Friday when I picked that song to be the intro song.
Oh, perfect.
As you're hearing this, we have already told our jokes. I hope they were good.
I hope they loved us.
Yeah, they probably did.
I hope they embraced us as their own.
I hope Nathan isn't in the hospital right now.
Getting my colon troweled out. We need the bigger trowel. Try with the small one.
Oh, colon trowel. That's terrible.
Not what you want.
I don't like it at all. You had yourself a Ferrero Rocher. You know it's not an Italian sports car now.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago. Holy shit.
I'm all indulged.
Yeah, you're all hazelnutted up.
Yeah, very fancy.
Well, next week we'll do episodes 5 and 6. How about that?
I'll fucking watch them.
I think if I'm remembering right, that's going to be our Halloween episode, and we will be covering the Halloween episode and the Treehouse of Horror.
Oh, they got both.
They did a standalone Halloween episode.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
So, boy, if that didn't fucking work out,
Yeah,
like,
right? Yeah,
like
no
peaches
shit.
and cream.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Oh, God smiles upon us.
Not you. In
Yeah,
the,
right.
In the state you're in.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. This is proof that God hates us.
Anything else going on in your life other than
I'm really
this nightmare?
singularly focused right now.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
On the digestive emergency.
On the poo-poo pyrotechnics.
Yeah. Oh man. I can't fart. I just wish just a loud ripper, just to make me feel like we're getting some progress down there. Oh my no! Just slowly pouring out the gravy.
You take anything? You take some Imodium or
I think
anything?
I've got some fiber, and when I get home, I'm gonna dabble. That might be you go lay in the tub, like jeepers. The water slides, and you build that momentum up. When it hits the colon, it's like my worn out beehole is gonna be able to stop it.
Your beat up dirt button ain't gonna be able to resist.
It's gonna sound like that heavily silenced shotgun shot in fucking No Country for Old Men when Woody Harrelson eats it.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
Yeah,
that's a fucking good movie.
so just admit your situation.
Second time to fucking shout out Javier Bardem. Phew.
Do you mean in the nature of this conversation? I mean in the nature of you. That's a good way to end. Quoting a movie.
Yes. On a Simpsons podcast.
Yeah.
That's mostly been about your colorectal whoopsie doodles.
Boys. Let's hope this is a distant memory in the next podcast.
Let's hope the next one isn't in memoriam.
Yeah, right? Fucking you singing The Crossroads as the opening song.
Oh, shit. That's it. I'm done. I'll fucking tap it out. Everybody, we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.